Happy crescendo Kaspa family. So 10 BPS is here. But now what's up? What does this unlock? What does this mean? What does this do? So this is the questions that need to be answered, because obviously people think this is like, bro, 10 BPS won't change anything. Cubic is a vibe. Sorry, man. This is just, that's your loss. Like, people are thinking like, it's why is the price not pumping and stuff like that. So 10 BPS is a framework for solutions to be implemented. Okay, this is a framework. This is a foundation that, all right, it's going to enable a lot of things. First, okay, there's 3 things, and even Shai went into great depth in his video. Definitely suggest subscribing to him on YouTube. Shai went into topics like decentralized mining, internet fast confirmations, and multi-leader consensus. Okay, so we're going to see what this means. Internet fast confirmations. Okay, this is going to be able to implement solutions that Ethereum has failed to implement due to its inherent limitations and limitations of its scalability. So Ethereum has never been able to implement based rollups, decentralized programmable layer. It has been relying on optimistic rollups, layer 2 solutions that operate and collect transactions off chain and all that junk. Total junk. It's not only is it centralized, but it's not scalable. Okay, so now Kaspa fixes that with 10 BPS, with internet fast confirmations. It's not like it is a 10 times increase in speed. Okay, so you see from there's some check this out. Shout out Mr. Kaspa. This is just some epic moment. Right when it
or what?
Right when it changes from 1 BPS to 10 BPS. And you see, it's not like a 10 times increase in speed or 10 times increase in throughput, but transactions do happen faster now. And Shab was going into in depth with that, like even on testnet, it's like around 30% fast or something like that. But this enables so like a mass load of transactions are now going to be able to go through without issue, compared to 1 BPS where it's like, it's not going to be able to process all these transactions in parallel. So this, for internet fast confirmations, is the first point. Okay, it's a major thing, especially looking at layer 2s, layer 1.5s, just the ability to create a decentralized layer with internet fast confirmations using Kaspa as the validator instead of relying on centralized entities off chain and stuff like that. Once that gets implemented, once that basically once that comes around this summer, it's expected to drop around this summer, that can definitely be able to affect the price more than just this alone. So this is the precursor to all these solutions. 10 BPS is the precursor. With layer 2s, it will be able to bring in a decentralized exchange. It'd be able to bring in decentralized exchange brings the trust back to decentralized environment. You don't have to trust centralized entities, MEXC, that junk, like all these other exchanges that have been scams and scandals. So people are a lot more it's a lot easier to access a decentralized exchange than having to use a VPN or KYC on another centralized exchange. So that's going to be able to provide ease of access for Kaspa that can more directly affect price, exposure and price for Kaspa. And that's, of course, very bullish. So that all comes with this implementation, which is going to be able to pave the road for smart contracts, decentralized smart contracts, based rollups. And the second point is multi-leader consensus. Okay, let's break down what that means. A lot of blocks can be mined in parallel. One miner can mine the block, another miner can mine the same block containing like the transaction. So who's going to take the fee? Extremely decentralized in the way that it is not a single miner that is taking the block reward. It's these group of miners. They don't know. It's a bit more random who's going to be getting that miner fee. It's pretty complicated, okay, how it works, but it's done in an extremely clever way where it will enable something like a decentralized oracle. So now you could basically use these parallel blocks being mined in parallel to aggregate information from the outside world, aggregate basically an average, a summary of uh, of information, of data. So that's going to be able to create a decentralized oracle. Um, Again, this is a framework for that. Once that gets implemented, I mean, it's going to be extremely bullish for Kaspa's price, because Kaspa is the underlying. It's the settlement layer. It's the data itself that's going to be able to run such an oracle, or um, such a system. You're going to need to have Kaspa. You're going to need to have a Kaspa node. You're going to need to, even you could use a Kaspa miner to mine your own blocks. That's another thing that being able to decentralize mining. So that's a huge thing that 10 BPS allows. So that's I mean, it's incredible for the long term, looking long term. Where, I mean, look at Bitcoin right now. There's only like a few, like basically like 100 or so, 150 or so people that can get a block, that can mine a block, and it's 150 or so entities that can mine a block every single day. So it's just like being able to have a very reliable, steady, passive stream of income, of rewards, of mining rewards from Kaspa's 10 BPS, because it gives from 1 BPS to 10 BPS. Now you have 10 times the rewards, amount of rewards for 10 times less of the amount. So basically, decentralized mining. It allows home miners to actually exist, and people can expect to have, mine a block once a day. It's thousands of people can mine a block once a day, something like that. So once you have the ability to have a very reliable source, instead of imagine you're trying to mine, Bitcoin, but in the end, it's like you are essentially, it's like you buy the Bitcoin miner, and now you are in debt. Basically, you're waiting to get the payment. It's like that type of system. It's not it's not very good. It's not very scalable. Kaspa's 10 BPS allows much greater scalability for decentralized mining, because, yeah, I mean, it comes down to just the system itself. It's just the top of the game. And then with the what else is there for Multileer Consensus as well? It can be a resistant to MEV attacks. So MEV, people getting their transactions in faster than others. It's just a huge problem in every single market. So MEV, like, now you can be able to bid for the privilege to mine a transaction, uh, things like that. So it's just a lot of these factors together collectively, and I think especially with this smart contracts coming, with the layer 2s, layer 1.5s coming around this, probably like the end of the summer, sometime like that. That's going to be much more bullish. It can much more um, directly affect the price than 10 BPS alone. 10 BPS, again, is the framework for these solutions to be implemented for Kaspa at large. So this is an incredible moment, an incredible time for, this is going to go down in history. It's just wild. It's absolutely wild, and having the whole community come out, and Kaspa was trending like crazy the past, just yesterday. It was just trending, like, man, it felt like the ball drop, trending in business and finance, Kas and Kaspa. It's just good stuff. Like, it's just incredible. So yeah, I'm gonna go into more topics, but wanted to cover that, and what this 10 BPS, what to expect from it moving forward. So.